Hey guys, I was Best. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tip video for you. This one is all about scouting. So the tank I will be using to showcase a couple things is the Tier 9 British Light Tank, the GSOR. So I do run two different equipment loadouts using the equipment loadout changer, which is a fantastic addition that was made a couple patches ago. But the primary one that I use, since this thing does not have any DPM to begin with, is Bounty Optics, Bounty Low Noise Exhaust, and CVS. Remember, CVS needs to be in the vision slot. Food, camo everything, and optics directive. So, gets you to 50% plus camo, which is ridiculous. And the view range is also really good. It's closing in on 500. And with CVS, that of course helps you spot things that are moving and behind foliage. So again, this thing is a scout loadout. I did also try to toss in some of my field mods. None of them really matter too much, though I think I did the plus 2% to plus 2% to concealment and minus 2% to view range, since I decided camo was more important than view range with this specific loadout. So let's get into the replay and I'll explain a few things about scouting. So one of the key things is early positions, the ability to spot crossings, either to assist your team in decision making or for early damage. Of course, everyone knows the cross that I'm going to spot, and if you see, I spotted those tanks instantly, and that Lanson wasn't even in the open. I think he was behind that bush. So what you'll also see me do is, knowing the camo I have and also my positioning, I'm just basically chilling in the open. I don't really need to do anything else. Like even this Char, like he's at 300 meters and I have absolutely no worry that he's going to spot me. Maybe if he had binoculars, but other than that, not really worried. So again, I'm just keeping things lit for my team, keeping an eye on the STB. That's the other big thing, is you always have to keep an eye on your minimap. As a tank that could spot you is always the biggest worry. And if we look here, I've already done 2,500 assistance damage, already gone one tank destroyer killed, gone a lot of damage done to a multitude of other tanks. And of course I'm using the requesting fire key a lot, because when you're in a light tank, that's all you really want to be doing. Like, I'm still sitting here completely in the open, doing nothing really useful other than spotting, which in this case is turning out to be very useful. I've already done 4K assistance, and yeah, like, my team is still losing in this instance, which is, I guess, typical of random battle teams. And scouting is not consistent in random battles either. Sometimes people are missing or just not paying attention or not doing the right things. And this is when I noticed that I got spotted. Luckily, nothing was pre-aiming, so I get out safely. 4,000 combined. So right here I see what the concept 1B is doing, and I noticed that I can actually be significantly more aggressive. I do get spotted, but because I know where most things are, I decide that it's worth risking. Now, I will say I was surprised not to see more damage hitting the Lancet or the STA at the time, but not that big a deal. That was when I switched to trying to actually get some damage out too, because my team is just not doing it all. There we go, another big hit from a tank destroyer. This is more of an active scouting role. At the beginning, that was passive scouting. You definitely want to take advantage of passing scouting when possible. Though, I want to call it risk-free active scouting. It's not really, because they could just YOLO you, though it's highly likely that they will die if they YOLO you. Though, you could also. In any case, basically proxy spotting things behind rocks or randomly spotting things by being under them. It's a very handy active scouting technique that you can use on a lot of maps. Mannerheim Line or Arctic region, however you know this map, is just one of many where you can do this. As I was saying before, that scouting is inconsistent. This specific vehicle is quite troublesome in that fact that the requirements are quite high, and a lot of it has to come from scouting, and it has not been the easiest. But this was a decent game from a week or two ago, and I decided it was a good idea to showcase what the different types of scouting are and what you can do. Here I get YOLO'd, though he's YOLOing into the line of tank destroyer fire. I do take a hit, but that of course is not the biggest worry. Now, I was surprised to not hit my shot there, but it's still fine. 6,500 combined at this point, which that is never a bad game. The biggest thing about scouting is being opportunistic, making sure to take positions when you can, and not taking positions when it could be very bad for you. Though, of course, that is easier said than done. A lot of times there might be a completely random tank somewhere that you weren't expecting, and it can spot you or kill you and ruin your game. Or you can get lucky, or maybe not even lucky, just a good play, and all of a sudden you get thousands of damage of assistance. Now, I could just drive in at this point, but it's 2 tier 10 tank destroyers, now 1 tier 10 tank destroyer, and a medium tank all the way in the back. This thing does not have the ability to just tank hits, so I will make sure to take a longer route. Now, unfortunately, because I wasn't running V-stab for this, it takes a long time to aim, and the reticle's big. But yeah, there we go. A little bit of passive scouting, a little bit of active scouting, and that about sums it up. So, post-game report. Patrol duty, spot a bunch of things. 6k spotting, 1500 damage, 2 kills, spot 8 tanks. It's a decent line for a scouting game. Top on XP, I think. Yeah, even though I didn't do a significant amount of damage, but it was enough. It was all in the assistance. Nice thing about spotting as well is you don't fire as much premium rounds, so you can maybe make a little bit of credits. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that tip video on scouting. Feel free to hit the like button or subscribe if you liked it, and comment if you have any things to uh, critique or anything else. And I will see you guys around.